Hello and welcome to the River Lark. There is now just one lock on this route and navigation terminates at Jude's Ferry in West Row, but there used to be locks at Barton Mills and Ickleham. These were rebuilt in the 1960s after commercial use ceased. Unfortunately, when the busy A11 had additional changes to improve the road network, the works left the locks in isolation and unusable as navigation could not continue beyond the new road. It is thought that this river has been used for navigation since the Roman times, where they created an artificial cut which gives the river the straightness seen today. Significant improvements have been made since then. In 1638, locks and weirs were built to assist the passing of boats. Navigation continued along this route for commercial purpose until 1928. Along the 10 miles of river that is still navigable today, there are multiple pillboxes. These were constructed during World War II due to the access from the sea at King's Lynn. Also along the route are several pumping stations. These have been used to help with the drainage of the fens. Burnt fen surrounds the River Lark and has been drained since 1842. Many of the ditches once flowed into the river due to gravity, but since draining started, the land has dropped and the water needs to be raised to flow into the river. Willow is home to the Museum of Fen Pumping Engines. Itself once a working pump station, now holds several engines which were used in the draining of the fens. This river crosses and weaves its way around the border between Suffolk and Cambridgeshire. It's 35 miles long from the source to where it joins the River Great Ouse. Today we are cruising onto the Great Ouse, heading through Littleport and to the junction with Brandon Creek. Here we'll find some 48-hour EA moorings which are conveniently placed next to the refurbished Ship Inn. Wow, it would be rude not to. This is the River Great Ouse. Flowing for around 143 miles, it is the 5th longest river in the United Kingdom. Starting in Northamptonshire, it flows through Buckinghamshire, Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire and Norfolk, draining into the Wash at King's Lynn. In 2020, this section of the river played host to the famous Cambridge and Oxford University's boat race. They raced along this stretch between Queen Adelaide and Littleport. Prior to that, it hadn't been held here since 1944. And in my family, it always seems to be me buying the ice creams after, but maybe not next year. The Great Ouse system is a network of intricately designed rivers and cut-off channels designed to manage flooding and keep the fens, local towns and villages above water. The network has had many adaptations, changes and alterations to make it what we see today. Bedford is the start of navigation. It flows into Cambridge through St Neots, Huntingdon, St Ives and reaches Erith. Here the river becomes tidal for a short section before splitting into the New Bedford River and the Old Bedford River. The New Bedford River remains tidal and is direct to Denver, bypassing the sluice. But heading through Hermitage Lock takes you onto the Old West River. Joining the River Cam at Pope's Corner, it heads to Ely, Littleport and Denver Sluice. In 1994, old plans were revived to connect the Great Ouse at Bedford to the Grand Union Canal. Over the years this has been looked into, and in 2006 the preferred route would have come at a cost of around £1.5 million to complete. There is a total of 71 navigable miles, with 17 locks on the way. Until next time, thank you for joining us. Take care.